Hi, Hashem is the source of delight that delights in your delight, that delights in my delight, that delights in everyone's delight. One proof from this is in the Torah in this week's Parsha. Moshe is explaining, reflecting, and recounting the different qualities of Hashem and what Hashem has done. And he points out towards the end of the Parsha that he's not doing this because you're so great, but in Perek Sheva, Pasuk Shmona, chapter 7 of Devarim or Deuteronomy, and verse 8, line 8, verse 8 says, Ki me ahava Hashem etchem. Because Hashem loves you. Because Hashem loves you. This is because He loves you. And only someone who loves you does something not because it's in their interest, because it's in your interest. Doing it for you. Has to be. Has to be. It's not love if it's not otherwise. Has to be. Has to be for you. Has to be for you. Rabbi Pinchas of Koretz, one of my favorite Hasidic masters, in Martin Buber's translation of the Hasidic tales, Hasidic Masters, he says that all true joys come from paradise. What does that mean? Well, for one idea is that joy is the essence, or part of the essence, a natural state of our soul, of our being. Okay? And only a loving God would create us in such a way that joy is our birthright. Joy is our essence of love. And we're chips off the old block. God is the ultimate loving, the source of loving, the source of love. So to create us in such a way that being joyful is just conducive to us on so many levels, physiologically, but beyond that, it just means, I think, that every joy we have, as long as it's a true joy, as long as it's something that makes us feel buoyant and light and full, right? That is just our soul being, our soul expressing, our soul shining through. And it doesn't mean that our soul isn't shining through when we're experiencing other emotions. It doesn't. And there's also a very deep soul crying and deep soul expressions I think that would cover all the emotions. I'm just thinking that our baseline, our essence, is something so good, something so light, something so divine. And all, as Rabbi Pinchas, of course, in the story relates, that all joy comes from paradise, that all is from Hashem. All is something Hashem gives us out of love, and of course would want us to experience joy, because why else would our baseline, why else would our essence, that we know, I think all of us know, or maybe we don't, I know that that's just our birthright, right? You can just see kids running around and they're just full of joy, right? You don't need to acquire anything. You don't need to become somebody. It's I'm just being joyful. And of course the kids want things and express other things and express many different ranges, but that joy is a gift, and it's a birthright. And a birthright from the one, and it's such a treasure. So may we all delight in the delight that the source of delight gives to us, and may we see that great day when the world is one.